Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. In our last video, we began the epic tale of Journey to the West, exploring the first 25 chapters of this legendary novel. We witnessed the cunning and strength of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, and the unwavering determination of the monk Ginseng as they set out on their perilous quest for the sacred scriptures. But the adventure is far from over. In this video, we delve deeper into the story, covering chapters 25 through 35, where the challenges grow even more formidable and the stakes are higher than ever. We'll see how Sun Wukong's quick wit is both a blessing and a curse, leading to clashes with powerful immortals and cunning demons. While initially I wanted to finish this series in 4 separate videos, it seems it may take longer to complete the entire story. Join me as we navigate the next leg of this incredible odyssey, revealing the layers of one of the most celebrated works in Chinese literature. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a newcomer to the tale, this section of Journey to the West promises to be an adventure filled with wisdom, action, and unforgettable moments. As Ginseng and his disciples continued their journey, they soon arrived at the famed Five Villages Abbey. This abbey is renowned for cultivating the rare and mystical ginseng fruits called the Renshen Guo, which are said to resemble newborn babies in appearance. These fruits are believed to have incredible life-extending properties, granting immortality to those who consume them. The abbey is under the care of the powerful Taoist immortal, Zhenyuan Daxian, though he is not present when the pilgrims arrive. Upon their arrival, the Taoist monks who serve as caretakers of the abbey in Zhenyuan Daxian's absence warmly welcome Ginseng and his disciples. To show their hospitality, the Taoists present 2 ginseng fruits to Ginseng. However, when Ginseng sees the fruits, he is horrified by their appearance, as they closely resemble newborn babies. Believing them to be actual infants, Ginseng, who is committed to the Buddhist precept of non-harm, rejects the fruits, refusing to eat what he thinks are living beings. Later that evening, Zhu Bajie, whose gluttonous nature often leads him into trouble, overhears the Taoist discussing the rarity and value of the ginseng fruits. Intrigued by their conversation and eager to taste the fruits himself, Zhu Bajie informs Sun Wukong about the ginseng fruits, persuading him to steal some for them to enjoy. Sun Wukong, who is equally curious and always ready for adventure, sneaks into the garden under the cover of darkness. Using his extraordinary agility and stealth, Sun Wukong picks 3 ginseng fruits from the tree. He carefully avoids making any noise that might alert the Taoists' monks, displaying his skill as a master thief. Sun Wukong then returns to the others and shares the fruits with Zhu Bajie and Sha Wujing. The 3 of them enjoy the taste of the rare fruits, unaware of the consequences that will soon follow. The next day, the Taoist monks discover that some of the precious ginseng fruits are missing from the tree. Realizing that the pilgrims must be responsible, they angrily confront Ginseng and his disciples. The Taoist monks accuse them of theft and disrespect, as the ginseng fruits are not only rare, but also sacred in Taoist culture. Ginseng, who is unaware of what Sun Wukong, Zhu Bajie, and Sha Wujing have done, is initially confused by the accusations. As the confrontation escalates, Sun Wukong, who is not one to back down from a challenge, becomes increasingly frustrated with the situation. His quick temper gets the better of him, and in a fit of rage, he decides to take drastic action. Sun Wukong uses his immense strength to uproot the entire ginseng fruit tree, pulling it out of the ground with his bare hands. This act of destruction is severe, as the tree is ancient and irreplaceable, having taken thousands of years to grow and bear fruit. The loss of the tree is a devastating blow to the abbey, as it is considered one of their most prized possessions. Realizing the gravity of what he has done, Sun Wukong casts a spell that releases a swarm of sleeping bugs, which put the Taoist monks into a deep sleep. He hopes that by incapacitating them, he and his companions can escape the abbey without facing immediate retribution. The group then sneaks away from the abbey, believing they have evaded punishment. However, their escape is short-lived. Great immortal Zhenyuan Daxian, the master of the abbey, soon returns and discovers the destruction of his beloved ginseng fruit tree. Enraged and heartbroken by the loss, Zhen Yuan Daxian uses his powerful magical abilities to pursue the pilgrims. With a flick of his sleeve, Zhen Yuan Daxian conjures a magical force that captures Xuanzang, Sun Wukong, Zhu Baji, and Sha Wujing, pulling them back to the abbey. They are powerless against his might and are quickly subdued. Once back at the abbey, Zhen Yuan Daxian ties up the 4 pilgrims and prepares to punish them for their crimes. Sun Wukong, realizing that his actions have endangered his companions, steps forward and takes full responsibility for the destruction of the tree. He volunteers to take the punishment on behalf of the group, demonstrating a sense of loyalty and accountability that contrasts with his earlier impulsiveness. Despite Sun Wukong's willingness to accept the consequences, Zhen Yuan Daxian's anger is not easily appeased. That night, Sun Wukong attempts to help his fellow pilgrims escape their bindings, but Zhen Yuan Daxian's magical sleeve captures them again, proving that his power is far beyond what they can contend with on their own. The pilgrims are left in a dire situation, facing the wrath of a powerful Taoist immortal with no clear means of escape. Understanding the severity of his actions, Sun Wukong, filled with remorse, steps forward and makes a bold promise to revive the ginseng fruit tree. Aware of the tree's ancient and mystical nature, Sun Wukong knows that this task will be incredibly challenging, but he is determined to make amends. Zhen Yuan Daxian gives Sun Wukong 3 days to find a solution, warning him that failure will result in severe punishment for both him and his companions. With the clock ticking, Sun Wukong first seeks out the 3 stars, or Sangsing, 3 revered deities known for their wisdom and influence. The 3 stars include the deities of longevity, prosperity, and fortune, who are often invoked for their blessings in various matters of life. Sun Wukong approaches the 3 stars with humility, explaining the situation and pleading for their assistance. However, despite their vast powers, the 3 stars regretfully inform Sun Wukong that they lack the ability to revive the ginseng fruit tree. They explain that the tree's mystical nature is beyond their reach, as it involves ancient and profound life forces. While they cannot directly help in restoring the tree, the 3 stars offer to visit Zhen Yuan Daxian to calm him down in case Sun Wukong fails, showing their support in the only way they can. Realizing that the 3 stars cannot provide the solution he needs, Sun Wukong grows increasingly desperate. He scours the heavens, the seas, and the earth, seeking out every deity and powerful being he knows, but to no avail. With time running out, Sun Wukong finally decides to seek help from Guanyin, the Bodhisattva of compassion, who has aided him and his companions on numerous occasions. Sun Wukong approaches Guanyin with a mixture of hope and fear, knowing that she might scold him for his reckless behavior. As expected, Guanyin chastises Sun Wukong for his impulsive actions and the destruction of the sacred tree. However, recognizing his genuine remorse and the severity of the situation, Guanyin agrees to help. Using her divine powers, Guanyin produces a single drop of sweet dew from her magical vase. This dew, infused with the essence of life and purity, possesses the power to restore even the most damaged of living things. Guanyin gently drops the dew onto the roots of the uprooted ginseng fruit tree. To everyone's amazement, the tree begins to revive, its roots reattaching to the earth, and its branches and leaves flourishing once more. The ginseng fruits themselves begin to regrow, returning the tree to its original state. With the tree restored, Zhen Yuan Daxian's anger dissipates, replaced by gratitude towards Guanyin and respect for Sun Wukong's efforts to make amends. In honor of the tree's revival and to celebrate the resolution of the conflict, Zhen Yuan Daxian holds a grand banquet. Guanyin is the guest of honor, and Sun Wukong is also recognized for his determination to right his wrongs. The banquet serves as a moment of reconciliation, and the pilgrims are allowed to continue their journey with the relationship between them and Zhen Yuan Daxian fully mended. Departing from the 5 Villages Abbey, the pilgrims continue their journey westward. They venture into a remote and desolate area where they encounter the Cadaver Demon, also known as the White Bone Demon. This demon is a malevolent spirit who has learned that consuming the flesh of the holy monk Xuanzang would grant her immense power and potentially even immortality. Driven by greed and malice, the white bone demon devises a cunning plan to capture Xuanzang. Knowing that the pilgrims are wary of obvious dangers, the white bone demon decides to use deception. She transforms herself into a beautiful young woman, appearing lost and vulnerable, hoping to lure the pilgrims into a false sense of security. She approaches Xuanzang and his disciples, pretending to be a harmless traveler in need of help. However, Sun Wukong, with his fiery golden eyes, immediately sees through the demon's trickery. Recognizing the true nature of the woman, Sun Wukong swiftly strikes her with his powerful staff, the Ruyi Jingu Beng. The demon's false form is shattered, but she manages to escape, leaving behind a lifeless, human-like corpse to deceive Xuanzang. Undeterred by her initial failure, the white bone demon returns, this time disguised as an old woman. She approaches the pilgrims again, this time pretending to be the grieving mother of the young woman Sun Wukong had just killed. She accuses Sun Wukong of murder, playing on Xuanzang's compassionate and trusting nature. Once again, Sun Wukong sees through the disguise and strikes the demon down with his staff. The demon escapes a second time, leaving another lifeless body behind. Frustrated and desperate, the white bone demon makes one final attempt, this time transforming into an old man who claims to be the father of the previous victims. The demon's plan is to provoke Xuanzang into punishing Sun Wukong, thereby weakening the group and making it easier to capture the monk. Sun Wukong once more sees through the disguise and attacks the demon, ultimately killing her with the help of local deities who assist in trapping her spirit. Despite Sun Wukong's success in defeating the demon, the aftermath of the battle leaves Xuanzang deeply troubled. The lifeless bodies left behind by the demon's transformations make Xuanzang believe that Sun Wukong has, in fact, killed 3 innocent people. This misunderstanding is fueled by Xuanzang's horror at what he perceives as Sun Wukong's brutality and disregard for human life. Distraught and unable to see the truth, Xuanzang is convinced that Sun Wukong's violent tendencies have gone too far. Fearing that Sun Wukong's aggression will endanger their mission and violate his own Buddhist principles of compassion and non-violence, Xuanzang makes the painful decision to banish Sun Wukong from the group. Despite Sun Wukong's protests and attempts to explain the situation, Xuanzang is resolute in his decision. Heartbroken and feeling betrayed, Sun Wukong departs from the group, returning to his home on Flower Fruit Mountain. Xuanzang, now without his most powerful protector, continues the journey with a heavy heart, unaware of the perilous dangers that lie ahead due to the absence of Sun Wukong. After being banished by Xuanzang due to a misunderstanding with the white bone demon, Sun Wukong returns to his home on Flower Fruit Mountain. Although he is deeply hurt by Xuanzang's decision, he finds some solace in being back among his fellow monkeys. However, Sun Wukong soon discovers that during his absence, a group of hunters has been terrorizing his monkey subjects. These hunters have been killing the monkeys for sport and have created an atmosphere of fear on the mountain. Angered by the mistreatment of his subjects, Sun Wukong immediately takes action. He tracks down the hunters, using his incredible speed and strength to confront them. The hunters, no match for Sun Wukong's power, are swiftly defeated. Sun Wukong kills the hunters, restoring peace and safety to Flower Fruit Mountain. Despite his victory, Sun Wukong remains troubled by his banishment and the loss of his place by Xuanzang's side. While Sun Wukong deals with the hunters, Xuanzang, now traveling without his most powerful protector, continues the journey with Zhu Bajie and Sha Wujing. However, Xuanzang's vulnerability soon becomes apparent. As they travel through a dense forest, Xuanzang, seeking some peace and quiet, decides to take a walk on his own. During his walk, he comes across a golden pagoda gleaming in the distance. Intrigued by its beauty, Xuanzang approaches the pagoda, unaware that it is a trap. The pagoda is the lair of the yellow-robed demon, Huang Pao Guai, a powerful demon who has been lying in wait for an opportunity to capture Xuanzang. The yellow-robed demon, like many others, also heard of Xuanzang's holiness and believes the rumor that consuming the monk's flesh will grant him immense power and immortality. Seizing the opportunity, the demon captures Xuanzang and takes him deep into the pagoda. When Zhu Baji and Sha Wujing return to where they left Xuanzang, they find him missing. Realizing that something is wrong, they search the area and quickly deduce that Xuanzang has been taken by demons. Thus begins their search, tracing the source of the trouble to the Golden Pagoda, and confront the yellow-robed monster, engaging in a fierce battle to rescue their master. However, the yellow-robed monster proves to be a formidable opponent, and without Sun Wukong, Zhu Bajie and Sha Wujing struggle to defeat the demon and free Xuanzang. While imprisoned in the yellow-robed demon's lair, Xuanzang is not alone. He meets a woman who introduces herself as the Princess of Precious Image Kingdom, Bao Xiangguo. The princess reveals that she was kidnapped by the yellow-robed demon many years ago and has been forced to live as his wife in captivity ever since. Despite the dire circumstances, the princess remains resilient and hopeful that she will one day be rescued and return to her father, the king. Recognizing Xuanzang's noble character and his importance to the journey to the west, the princess devises a plan to help him escape. She offers to assist Xuanzang in exchange for a favor. She asks him to deliver a letter to her father, the king of Precious Image Kingdom, explaining her plight and begging for her rescue. Xuanzang, ever compassionate and willing to help those in need, agrees to the princess's request. The princess, using her knowledge of the yellow-robed demon's weaknesses and tendencies, persuades the demon to release Xuanzang. She convinces the demon that allowing Xuanzang to go free would earn him favor with the celestial beings and prevent any further interference in their secluded life. Reluctantly, the yellow-robed demon agrees, and Xuanzang is released from the pagoda. Once free, Xuanzang and his disciples make their way to Precious Image Kingdom, where they are warmly received by the king. Xuanzang delivers the princess's letter, revealing the truth about her disappearance in captivity. The king, overwhelmed with emotion, begs Xuanzang and his disciples to help rescue his daughter from the clutches of the yellow-robed demon. Understanding the gravity of the situation and the need for swift action, the pilgrims agree to assist the king. However, the yellow-robed demon expected this and devised a cunning plan to prevent the rescue of the princess and secure his hold over her. Disguising himself as the king's son-in-law, the yellow-robed demon goes to the palace and meets with the king. In a bold and audacious move, the demon fabricates a story, claiming that Xuanzang is not truly a monk, but rather a tiger demon who has transformed into a human to deceive the king and kidnap the princess. To make his deception more convincing, the yellow-robed demon uses his magical abilities to transform Xuanzang into a tiger right before the king's eyes. The sudden transformation shocks and horrifies the king, who becomes convinced that the demon's story is true. The king, believing that Xuanzang is a dangerous tiger demon, orders him to be locked up in a cage, effectively neutralizing the monk and preventing him from aiding in the rescue of the princess. Meanwhile, the white dragon horse, who has been Xuanzang's loyal steed throughout the journey, senses the imminent danger. Aware that the situation is dire, the white dragon horse devises a plan to rescue Xuanzang and stop the yellow-robed demon. Using its shape-shifting abilities, the white dragon horse transforms into a palace maid and infiltrates the palace. The plan is to get close enough to the demon to assassinate him and free Xuanzang from his tiger form. However, the yellow-robed demon is not easily fooled. He quickly sees through the white dragon horse's disguise, and a fierce battle ensues. Despite the white dragon horse's best efforts, the demon proves too powerful, and the white dragon horse is severely injured in the fight. Recognizing that she cannot defeat the demon alone, the white dragon horse, in a desperate plea, asks Zhu Bajie to go to Flower Fruit Mountain and persuade Sun Wukong to return and save their master. Zhu Bajie, though reluctant, understands the gravity of the situation and agrees to seek out Sun Wukong. He travels to Flower Fruit Mountain, where Sun Wukong has been residing since his banishment. Knowing that Sun Wukong might still be hurt by Xuanzang's decision to expel him, Zhu Bajie cleverly exaggerates the insults the yellow-robed demon supposedly made about Sun Wukong. He tells Sun Wukong that the demon has been mocking him and boasting that Sun Wukong is too cowardly to face him. These fabricated insults infuriate Sun Wukong, whose pride and sense of honor are deeply wounded. Fueled by anger and a desire to prove the demon wrong, Sun Wukong agrees to return with Zhu Bajie to rescue Xuanzang and defeat the yellow-robed demon. Sun Wukong, now fully resolved to set things right, returns to the yellow-robed demon's lair with Zhu Bajie. Using his unmatched skills in combat and magic, Sun Wukong quickly locates the imprisoned princess and helps her escape. The princess is grateful for her rescue and is escorted to safety. When the yellow-robed demon returns to his lair and realizes what has happened, he is confronted by Sun Wukong. A fierce duel ensues between the two, with Sun Wukong demonstrating his incredible strength and agility. However, as the battle progresses, Sun Wukong begins to suspect that the yellow-robed demon is not an ordinary demon. His celestial senses hint that the demon may have a divine origin. To confirm his suspicions, Sun Wukong leaves a decoy behind and flies up to heaven to investigate the true nature of the yellow-robed demon. After consulting with the celestial authorities and the Jade Emperor, Sun Wukong learns that the yellow-robed demon is actually a celestial star constellation that had descended to Earth and over time became corrupt and lost his way. Specifically, he is the son of Li Jing, also known as the pagoda-bearing Heavenly King, and the brother of Nezha, a mythical figure we'll discuss later on. Armed with this knowledge, Sun Wukong returns to Earth and confronts the yellow-robed demon once more. With his understanding of the demon's true identity, Sun Wukong is able to defeat the demon, breaking the spell that had transformed Xuanzang into a tiger. Xuanzang is restored to his original form, and the pilgrims are able to return the princess to her father, the king of Precious Image Kingdom. In recognition of Sun Wukong's bravery and his willingness to return despite being banished, Xuanzang forgives Sun Wukong and welcomes him back as his disciple. The pilgrims, now reunited and stronger than before, continue their journey westward with renewed determination. Leaving the kingdom, the group enters a region dominated by towering mountains. Along the way, they meet a woodcutter who warns them about the dangers that lie ahead. The woodcutter informs them that two powerful demon kings, Great King Goldenhorn and Great King Silverhorn, rule over the mountain they are about to pass. These demons are known for their immense power and malevolence. They have been lying in wait, hoping to capture the pilgrims, rob them of their belongings, and to consume Xuanzang's flesh. After hearing the woodcutter's warning, Sun Wukong becomes cautious and instructs Zhu Bajie to patrol the mountain and keep watch for any potential threats. However, Zhu Bajie's laziness gets the better of him. Instead of diligently scouting the area, he decides to take a nap, shirking his responsibilities. Sun Wukong, suspicious of Zhu Bajie's reliability, uses his shape-shifting abilities to disguise himself and follows Zhu Bajie. When Sun Wukong discovers Zhu Bajie sleeping instead of patrolling, he exposes Zhu Bajie's dishonesty, reprimanding him for his lack of vigilance. Embarrassed and determined to redeem himself, Zhu Bajie resolves to do his task properly this time. As Zhu Bajie resumes his patrol, he soon encounters Great King Silverhorn, one of the demon kings they were warned about. Silverhorn, accompanied by his minions, engage in battle with Zhu Bajie and quickly overpowers him. The defeated Zhu Bajie is then captured by the demons, while the rest of the pilgrims continued their way through the mountains. It was at this time that they came across an injured Taoist priest who appears to be in desperate need of help. Xuanzang, ever compassionate and unwilling to ignore someone in need, asks Sun Wukong to carry the priest on his back, believing it is the right thing to do. However, Sun Wukong, with his sharp senses and deep knowledge of deception, quickly realizes that the priest is actually Great King Silverhorn in disguise. Despite knowing the priest's true identity, Sun Wukong decides to play along, carrying the demon on his back while preparing for an inevitable confrontation. As Sun Wukong carries the disguised demon, Silverhorn seizes the opportunity to launch a surprise attack. Using his magical powers, Silverhorn summons 3 massive spiritual mountains to crush Sun Wukong beneath their weight. The attack is powerful and sudden, catching the pilgrims off guard. With Xuanzang and Sha Wujing also in danger, Silverhorn takes advantage of the chaos to capture both of them. With his master and fellow disciple captured, Sun Wukong finds himself in a dire situation. After freeing himself, Sun Wukong quickly calls upon the local deities to aid him, specifically the Earth God and the Mountain God. The Earth deity, also known as Tudigong, is a minor god who has jurisdiction over a small area of land. He provides Sun Wukong with information about the layout of the region and the hiding places of the demons, which proves crucial in outmaneuvering Silverhorn and his forces. The mountain deity helps Sun Wukong by providing insights into the terrain, which enables Wukong to strategize effectively against Silverhorn. With this crucial information, Sun Wukong eventually encounters the demons and their minions, who are armed with several powerful magical treasures, including the Red Gourd, Hong Hulu. This gourd can trap and melt anyone who responds when their name is called. The Jade Vase, Yu Jingping, a vessel capable of trapping people directly. The Binding Gold Rope, Huang Jinseng, a rope that can bind and immobilize its target. The Seven-Star Sword, Qi Xingjian, a sword with immense power. The Plantain Fan, Ba Jiao Shan, a fan that generates fierce flames. Sun Wukong first encounters two of the demon's minions who are carrying the Red Gourd and the Jade Vase. These treasures can trap and kill anyone who responds to their name being called. Knowing this, Sun Wukong disguises himself as one of the minions and tricks the other into demonstrating how the Red Gourd works. The minion falls for the ruse and is sucked into the gourd when he responds to his own name being called. With the minion out of the way, Sun Wukong takes possession of the Red Gourd. After acquiring the Red Gourd, Sun Wukong further deceives the demons by pretending to be their minion. He carries out a similar trick with the Jade Vase by pretending to be one of the demons' allies and gaining their trust. He manipulates the demons into believing that they have the upper hand, only to turn the magical treasures against them at the crucial moment. After Sun Wukong successfully outwits the demon minions and acquires the magical treasures, the demon kings, Golden Horn and Silverhorn, grow more desperate to consume Xuanzang's flesh. In a final effort to complete their dark goal, they send their minions to invite their mother to join them in a feast. However, Sun Wukong, always vigilant and quick to take the offensive, intercepts the minions. In a swift and decisive move, he kills the demon's mother before she can arrive at the feast. Among her belongings, Sun Wukong discovers the Binding Gold Rope, a powerful magical weapon that can bind anyone it captures. This rope is highly valuable in battle, as it can instantly immobilize enemies, leaving them helpless. Sun Wukong, recognizing the strategic advantage of this treasure, decides to use it against the demon kings. With the Binding Gold Rope in hand, Sun Wukong confronts Silverhorn, determined to end the demon's threat. Confident in his new weapon, Sun Wukong uses the Binding Gold Rope to attempt to capture Silverhorn. However, Silverhorn, well versed in the magical properties of the rope, easily counters the weapon and reverses the rope's effects. To Sun Wukong's surprise, Silverhorn turns the Binding Gold Rope against him, tying him up with his own stolen treasure. Silverhorn then retrieves the Red Gourd and Jade Vase back from Sun Wukong. But Sun Wukong's skills were not so easily defeated. He quickly escapes from the ropes, using his incredible agility and strength. Undeterred, Sun Wukong challenges Silverhorn once more, determined to find a way to outsmart the demon. During the ensuing battle, Silverhorn used the Red Gourd against Sun Wukong, trapping the Monkey King inside it, where he would be melted down into nothingness. Or so he thought. While inside the gourd, Sun Wukong devised a clever trick to escape. By imitating the voices and actions of the demons, Sun Wukong creates confusion and manages to trick Silverhorn into releasing him. Once free, Sun Wukong immediately sees the opportunity to steal the Red Gourd from Silverhorn and flees the cave at once to recover. Determined to put an end to the threat posed by the Demon Kings, Sun Wukong confronts Silverhorn for the third time. This time, armed with the Red Gourd that he previously stole from the demon, Sun Wukong turns the tables. He uses the gourd against Silverhorn, trapping the demon inside the magical item. The gourd's powers are so strong that once Silverhorn is inside, he cannot escape. With this move, Sun Wukong effectively defeats Silverhorn, eliminating one of the two major threats to his party. The defeat of Silverhorn devastates his brother, Goldenhorn. Enraged by the loss of his sibling, Goldenhorn decides to take matters into his own hands. He grabs his most powerful weapon, the Plantain Fan, which has the ability to generate fierce flames capable of incinerating anything in its path. Goldenhorn uses the fan against Sun Wukong, creating a massive inferno that forces Sun Wukong to retreat momentarily. Although the Plantain Fan's flames are formidable, Sun Wukong is not one to give up easily. Determined to defeat Goldenhorn, Sun Wukong devises a clever strategy. He waited until nightfall and snuck into Goldenhorn's cave while the demon is resting, taking advantage of the demon's momentary vulnerability. Once inside, Sun Wukong stealthily steals both the Plantain Fan and the Jade Vase, another powerful magical treasure that Goldenhorn possesses. By depriving Goldenhorn of his magical weapons, Sun Wukong greatly weakens the demon's ability to fight back. In his desperation, he seeks help from his uncle, Fox the Seventh, also known as Huaki, a fox demon with considerable power. However, in that moment, Zhu Baji, who has been working alongside Sun Wukong, fighting the demon minions, emerges and confronts Huaki. In a surprisingly quick strike, Zhu Baji defeated the fox demon before he could assist Goldenhorn. With his support gone and his treasures lost, Goldenhorn is no match for Sun Wukong. In the final battle, Sun Wukong uses the Jade Vase to trap Goldenhorn, just as he had done with Silverhorn. The Demon King is defeated, and the threat to Xuanzang and Sha Wujing is finally eliminated. As Sun Wukong secures his victory over the Demon Kings, Supreme Exalted Lord Laozi, a high-ranking celestial being, arrives on the scene. Laozi reveals that Goldenhorn and Silverhorn were not ordinary demons but were actually his disciples who had gone astray. Laozi, saddened by the fate of his wayward students, releases them both. He also retrieves the magical treasures that had been used in the battles and takes them, along with his disciples, back to heaven. With the demons defeated and the treasures returned to their rightful owner, the group are free to continue their journey westward. The encounters with Goldenhorn and Silverhorn highlight Sun Wukong's cleverness and strength, as well as the importance of perseverance and strategic thinking in overcoming even the most powerful foes. However, the journey is far from over. The pilgrims will face even greater challenges and more formidable foes as they progress westward. Their quest for the sacred scriptures will test not only their physical abilities, but also their spiritual resolve and loyalty to one another. In the next installment, we will explore the trials that await our heroes, delve into the mystical encounters that shape their journey, and uncover the deeper themes of redemption, faith, and perseverance that run through this timeless tale. Stay tuned as we continue to follow Xuanzang, Sun Wukong, and the rest of the pilgrims on their epic adventure to the Western Paradise, where the line between the mortal and divine blurs, and every step brings them closer to enlightenment or peril. Thank you all for watching all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. What did you think? Did I miss any details? Let me know in the comments below. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, then welcome to the channel. I hope I earned a like and subscription in your eyes. If not, that's okay. I'll keep making videos until I do earn it. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. I truly appreciate all the views, likes, subscriptions, and kind words and messages. Without you, this channel wouldn't be here today. That's it for now. I hope to see you all in the next one.